Hey, what's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com. Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Oh man. Here we go. Oh, my bad, y'all. I didn't see it start live already. How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back. It's been a few weeks. It's been a crazy month, man. It's been a really crazy month. First off, I don't even want to make this about me right now, right? First, I want to say shout out to all the people doing the work. I want to give credit to everybody doing the work because it's tough right now. I don't know what's going on. I know they said Mercury was in Gatorade. I'm kidding. I know it's retrograde. I'm just being funny. Or something in Gemini, but I mean, you know, Gemini, we always being talked about, so I don't get that. All right, I'm going to stop with the jokes. But I won't stop with the jokes. It's been a real tough month for a lot of people I see. You know, we've all just been going through it. We've all had our little issues, our little demons and battles we've been fighting, and what I will say is shout out to everybody that's like really putting in the effort to do the work, because it's kind of tough sometimes having to really put that foot down and put your all into something like that. It's not as easy as people think it is, and for everyone to be so consistent with it, to just, you know, fight that good old fight, and it's a tough one, man. It's a hard battle. I'm proud to see so many survivors, is what I like to say. I won't say anybody by name, you know, but I have some friends that have just been going through some really tough times. And, you know, a few have attempted, you know, or thought about, you know, taking their lives, and they've all made it through, though, you know. And I say I love to hear a good success story, because anytime you attempt that or want to do that and you actually like change your mind and push through, to me, you survive for a reason. You know what I mean? That should show you, you know, you're here to do some good things. You're here to make, you know, some people happy, or yourself, or there's reasons you're here for. And I just want to say, I know it may not be the easiest subject to talk about when it comes to, you know, suicide and suicide awareness, but I'm hoping, I mean, with today's day and age, we made everything pretty comfortable with being able to talk about. And I think that's one of them. I think the fact that we don't see it as much, or, you know, we don't really know where to go to talk about it, that's why we kind of have an issue to say, is that something that I can talk about if I'm feeling like, you know, something is actually bothering me, or something I actually need some help with. Can I come to somebody and really have that conversation without it being thrown or held over my head? Can I actually come to you and say, you know, I'm feeling the way about this, and I just kind of, I just kind of need somebody to talk to, because I think a lot of people are really, what do you call it, more so, it's not that they don't have anybody to talk to, but they just don't feel comfortable enough to speak to those people, because they don't want to be probably shamed or looked at in a bad way. But I'm telling you right now, I am so happy that every one of them came to me in that time of need to have that conversation. That's what I do it for. That's why I try to come here and be here as much as possible and talk about it, because we all go through shit. And I haven't had the easiest month either. I've been going through it mentally. I've just been drained. I've been exhausted, you know, and seeing everybody else put up such a good fight gives me the energy to do the same thing. Um, and that's just as far as keeping it up with my mental, you know, keeping up with therapy, you know, meditate if I have to, taking some time to relax. Hey, if I need to smoke to clear my head, hey, so be it. But um, one thing I realize is that everybody is out here struggling in their own way. And this is the message I just want to give to everybody. Um, we don't see how hard we're working, even though we're struggling, but we can tell everybody else. We can tell everybody else and when they're struggling and how hard it is for them. We can see it. And I think we should look at that as they're looking at us the same way because I I never knew how people looked at how strong I am. And I look at it like, man, even Superman got to go to the dry cleaners every once in a while. Even he got to hang his cape up, you know? But I didn't know that it's motivation for other people as well, you know? So the same way they motivate me by pushing forward and fighting through their battles and their demons, I'm motivating them, or I'm motivating them to do that. They motivate me to do it as well. It's a give and take relationship, and I'm just glad that they feel comfortable enough to come to me to kind of have that conversation, to have that support. Um, I know we don't all have it and we don't all get it, and it's tough, but you have to look for it in the right places because it will show up. I always advocate for therapy, counseling, anger management, whatever it is you need help with, anything. I will always advocate to go seek a professional that can help you with that. Because don't get me wrong, just like that math problem on Facebook right now, everybody's not a math teacher, but for some reason, everybody's getting it wrong. I gave up trying to talk about it when I realized you got math teachers online arguing about it too. So at that point, I just feel like we're probably fucked. You know what I mean? You got a set of math teachers that figure it's one way. You got another set of math teachers that figure it's a different way. Then you got one set that says order of operations change. I just think we're fucked, right? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But things like that is just crazy. It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. Um, you know, Let me take a step back for a second. Um, a lot of us are also overworking ourselves, and I know we have to make it work. I know we have to make things work. We got to figure it out. We're parents, we're adults, we got responsibilities, we got goals, we got places we want to go, people we want to meet. I completely understand that, but when do we take that time for us? You know, when do we get some time for just us to relax? When it's just ourselves, not so much worrying about everybody else, but more so taking care of us. Um, because I don't think we do that enough. Because if you like me, man, I don't get enough sleep. When I do go to work, I'm working all day, every day for the most part. Except for today and yesterday, I actually only worked from 5 to close, 4:45, 4:50 to close. But tomorrow through the weekend, I'm working from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. or midnight. And I'm not saying, and the good thing is I like my job. So I will say that I have a good job. So I don't mind being there. But what I don't like is I'm away from my kids so much, man, from the family. And when I am around, that's why I try to do so much when I can. I try to have fun with them, whether we dressing up with cosplay. Me and Terrence, we got costumes to put on. Today I went and picked him up in the Spider-Man costume from school. You know what I mean? Just little things like that. Um, but it gets to my kids because when they start asking me stuff like, "You got to work again," "Are you going to work again?" All you do is work. That's all you do is work. When are you going to be off? When do we get to spend time together? That breaks my heart to hear that because I try to spend so much time with them. All my free time I can give to them if I can. I really do. And when they said that, it's just like I'm trying to rethink a plan. So now, I help do pick up and drop offs for school. Sundays I try to spend time with them, and then Mondays they got school, but I'll try to do pick up and drop off Mondays until I'm off. Like I just try to help in the best I can and be around as much as I can. And I still see they want more, but I can only be as active as I can. I help with schoolwork. I help today. Mom helped with homework with Terrence, but we take turns, we alternate, we do our best to give each other breaks. Thank God for. One thing I will say, I'll commend her on, no matter what the situation is, when it comes to the kids, man, we do a damn good job, and I appreciate that because we give each other breaks when we need it. time to help each other grow with them and deal with them, and discipline, structure. And it's tough because a lot of women, y'all have an issue with learning that these kids need discipline and structure. And I'm an advocate now. Like, I mean, you can't change my mind, but I'm gonna put that discipline and structure in early, because I always tell her, an undisciplined 4 year old, undisciplined 5 year old, whatever age, they become an undisciplined teen, then an undisciplined adult. You know, so it's not cool. They got to get that under wraps, and we've done a good job at getting that taken care of. But the fact that we help each other with it is a great relief for both of us, because being an active and full time parent, it is it's not when you just wake up and choose today I'm gonna be a parent. And they say, I'm at work a lot, but yeah, I go to work a lot to pay the bills so I can make sure my kids have a roof over their head, they have food on the table, clothes on their back, make sure the home is taken care of. So to have a break every once in a while, and to have my co-parent, the wife, help out with that as well. It's a nice feeling to know that regardless of what we may have issues with, when it comes to the kids, we can put them differences aside, for the sake of them. Like that is a great asset to have. It's hard to come by that these days. Um, but with me doing all of that, your next question probably is like everybody else, like my therapist always says, when do you sleep? And I say when I can. When I can. It's not funny because I get what he means. I'm not taking care of myself as much. I'm not resting as much as I need to. My mind is always clouded. My judgment is always crowded. So I'm always in a place of being alert, and it's kind of crazy. I don't really seem to relax and enjoy the time, enjoy myself. But I don't complain, because as a man, I have to. We have to kind of sometimes pull up our pants and take care of home. But we also need to take care of us, have some time to ourselves. And speaking of that, like, no offense to the kids or them, to the family, no offense to none of them at all, but it was fuck all of them this past weekend. Um, I just, I've also been talking to God a lot more lately. So my faith has been increasing more, and more and more over the last few years. Over the last 12 years, it's been drastically increased, but I'm happy about it. But now it's just like we have better conversations, we understand more, we communicate and comprehend on a great level, great ordeal. And I was just saying how I've just been so tired and I'm so exhausted, and I don't, I was at a point of a breaking point, and I just, I was frustrated. I didn't know what to do. And with all of that going on, and me just talking to him and telling him the issues, man, I ended up winning a couple of, not winning, I ended up getting an email the very next day. This is how you have to listen. You getting talked to through, when you talk to him, he'll talk back. Not, you may not say it to you directly, but he'll send you signs. The very next day, I was checking my emails, and the Rio gave me a free 2 complimentary stay in their new luxury King Suites. And what was so cool about that is I didn't have to pay resort fees or anything. I think they charged like a penny to my credit card, and that was it. And I was like, if that ain't a sign, I don't know what is. 2 whole days to myself, and I had nobody there. It was just me. I took a staycation. It was just me. Now, with the staycation that I took, oh man, it was well needed, well deserved. I'll also say, um, I didn't have to really spend a penny. So let me tell you how it went. I checked in on Sunday, and when I first checked in, I got my room key. I went upstairs. I changed into my Deion Sanders Falcons jersey. You know me, gotta go with the old school. Football season coming back, so I had to rock it. Um, Went down to play the casino. Man, let's say I got shown love on the casino in the casino. Okay. So after that, I went to Hash House Chicago, and I went to the bar. It was just me, so I didn't need a table or booth. You know what I mean? I don't understand. That's another thing with me. People find it so weird that you can go and eat by yourself or go do something alone. And let me tell y'all something. Like sometimes you need that personal me time, that space to yourself. You need that alone time. You need time to relax, relieve. To because I feel great now, by the way. But you need time really to yourself. And y'all find it weird to go places alone. I'm not calling nobody to come with me to go somewhere every time. I'm sorry. If I want to enjoy my night, I'm going to enjoy my day. I'm going to enjoy my time. With me, I can do that because I'm at peace with myself. Anyway, after going to House to Go, I went to the bar section. It was just me. I ordered some chicken and waffles, and a drink, and watched the game. I think the game I was watching was, who was it? God, I can't remember. I think it was the Broncos game. So I watched that game and ate my food, had my drink. After going to go eat some breakfast at House to Go, I chose to go play the machines again, and I got shown some more love on the machines, which was great. That was pretty cool. After doing that, I went and got changed in my room. I put on my pool attire, and after putting on my pool attire, I went ahead and I went to the pool. And I went and enjoyed a great night at the pool, or a great day at the pool. I got me a drink from there, and I went and sat about next to the pool, put my feet in the water, and man, it was great. It was nice. The water felt like it had ice cubes in it though. But I tell you what, it was amazing. It was great. It was pretty great. I sat there for about an hour, hour and a half, maybe. Sitting, going to the pool, chilling and hanging out. After the pool, I went back upstairs. Went to go take a shower. Took me a little nap. Then I had went ahead and woke up, took my medicine. I had to do that. Then I went to El Boro Baracho, Guy Fieri's place, to try some food. And I tell you what, man, that food was delicious. It was great. I didn't care about the prices because the money I won from the machines is what I used my entire time there to eat, play, anything. Um, but they had these cheeseburger tacos that were just, oh man, I just wish I could find those somewhere else at a cheaper price because I would eat those a lot. I would no doubt get those a lot, but the way my budget is set up, I would not be buying those every day at work. I don't got it like that. And then I tried those trash can nachos that everybody talks about so much. Man, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell something to you. Let me tell something to you. Them trash can nachos are fire. They are fire. Um, if I could have gotten a to-go plate to get some more and take home, I would have done so. But they were fire. But you can't really get those and let them sit because then the things get soggy. Don't really work out that well. So it's okay. Um, Other than that, though, it was great. After I went to El Bro Bracho, I went to play some arcade games a little bit, got me around the golfing and stuff, and then I went ahead and went back and played the machines again and got shown love again. So that was pretty cool. After all of that, I had me another drink or two. I went back upstairs, kind of watched a movie or two, and then I went ahead and went to sleep. And when I tell you, man, I slept. I had a drink in my hand that whole day. But when I tell you that I slept so great that night, oh man, I really was just like, oh man, that was more than just needed. That was just like, oh, that was just like a God given holy matrimony moment. The next day I woke up, I really, I really kind of slept the whole day away because I got up, I went to go eat, and then I went back, tried to go to the pool again. The pool was closed. Watched the mask. Yeah, it was kind of a chill night. It was a chill night. It was a pretty chill night. But overall, just the whole weekend, having those few days just to be able to recover, recuperate. I didn't have to worry about nothing, think about nothing. I didn't have to argue with nobody, trip with nobody. I didn't have to talk. I didn't have to help nobody. It was all just me enjoying and taking care of myself and taking time to myself. I had a blast. So that little staycation was amazing. It was like a reset for me, like a mental reset, a body reset. It was like a get your head back in the game. It was like coach took a timeout, and instead of what it was 15:30, he took a full minute timeout. I needed it. You know what I mean? I really needed it, and it was great. I'm so happy I took it. So now here we are here. I'm back in action, and I'm feeling great. I feel like I'm glowing a little bit, like I'm just in a better mood, better spirits. Um, like I feel like I can attack all these problems at a new angle now. And I'm happy to see that because before it was just tough on me because I wouldn't really know where to go. I wouldn't really know how to tackle them because I was just so frustrated by everything being all surrounding me and attacking me at one time. I was just over it, man. I was over it. And then I took a staycation at the Rio, where I also work. But I took a staycation, and that staycation was one hell of a thing. So I appreciate it so much that I got to do that. It was so great. It was so great. Um, but through all of that mental, struggle and drainage, man, my kids, I love them to death. I love them to death. My kids are just, they are like me. Energy is the first language they speak. I try to fake a smile or anything, and they'll just be like, "You okay? What's wrong? You all right?" They check on me. They want to give me hugs. They want to help me. They want to play around. They want to make jokes. It's my kids really love me. So today, for example, I was getting ready to do the show. Getting my notes ready, making sure I'm all tallied up. I got everything right. And do you know, Kalila? I was talking about how I'm hungry, and Kalila's like, one moment. So she goes to the kitchen and she makes me some burritos on a plate, puts them in the microwave. She learned to use the microwave now. She makes me some burritos and brings them to me, because she wants to surprise me that she got some food ready for me and she knew I was hungry. And I think that was very thoughtful. What took it a step further for me on that note was she had just made herself a burrito and asked for it to get cut. But instead of her eating her food because it was ready, she stopped, put her food to the side, went and made me some food, brought the plate to me, brought me a knife and fork, and brought me some ketchup and hot sauce, and then went back to eating her food. I was just like, my daughter is 6 years old, but I love that mentality of the fact that she loved her daddy, and I'm happy to see that. It shows me they are being raised right. It shows me they're being raised right. So my children are one hell of a thing, man. They kudos to them. Kudos to them. And since I hit big at the casino, I gave them all $20. Their mom didn't like it because she's like, "That's too much money." But I'm like, well, if I win big, I feel like my kids need to win big, so I had to give them their money. Um, she swore up and down they was gonna lose it at their grandma's house, and they didn't. Held on to their money every day they had it. Then Kalila though, she spent $10 at school today. I was like, what? What? So maybe I should, you know, give that to her in rations and portions. That was a lot of money to spend in one day at school. Um, but the fact that I'm just trying to teach her responsibilities. Terrence has his own little wallet. Kalila has her own little wallet. The lady's wallet, the longer one. But I want my kids to know that if I win big, they win big. I want to share the love. I didn't care about it. If they would have lost the 20, it would have taught them responsibilities. Now you don't got no more money because you lost your money. What you gonna do next time? They're gonna keep up with it. So all in all, I just see that they're kind of like walking their own path, but they have a direction of footsteps to follow. And they got these different options and choices, but they kind of choose the better routes. And I'm happy to see that. They're pretty cool people, pretty cool people. Speaking of that, because, we do a real good job at putting respect and discipline in these kids. Because my kids represent me when they out. And they know they represent me and their mom. And if they out there acting up, then it looks like I'm out there acting up. Right? It looks like we're teaching them to be okay with that. So I make that a point because I mean, these teachers and these school employees, these CCSD employees, I know we may not have the best school district in the country, um, But these school employees and teachers, they still have a job to do. And they can't do their job well if our kids are going to school thinking and acting like they can talk and do whatever they want to these teachers. Because as you see, even with the teacher defending himself from what is a legal adult at the age of 18 and still in school, but legal adult, still defending himself and he still loses his job. These kids are disrespectful, they're loud, they're inappropriate, they're unprofessional, and it all starts at home. I don't care what anybody says, what anybody talks about. Anything that these kids do when it comes to acting out in public, it all starts at home. And I'm sorry, but as parents, we have to do better by instilling this discipline and respect into these kids. There was a parent one time I seen upset about a school bus driver that turned the bus around and went back to the school because the kids was misbehaving on the bus. Now, to me, I respect that bus driver because instead of the bus driver doing anything and taking it in their own hands, the bus driver went back to school and let the principal handle it. Because if that bus driver would have put their hands on one of y'all kids, y'all would have had a fit. Y'all been ready to murder him, crucify him. There would have been this, that, and the fifth, not the third, the fifth. You know, and the fact that he had enough patience and enough discipline to just turn the bus around and go back to the school, you all should be happy that he's doing it the right way instead of doing it in a horrible way, in a way that's uneducational. You won't learn from it, or in a violent way, or angry way. So these kids just need to learn that the teachers are there to help them learn. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. It's not that hard to be involved in these kids with school no more because they even have the app Class Dojo. And before you get to talking, you can communicate with the teacher for free all day long on that app. You ain't got to pay nothing because I do it every year. We do it every year, right? You can communicate all day long with these teachers with no ifs, ands, or buts. And a lot of y'all are really so set on your own growth and behavior, you don't even pay attention to the fact that what you do influences your children. How you talk influences your children. How you act influences your children. They see it all and they'll think it's okay because they see their parents doing it. And because you may not have somebody around to check you for it, don't instill the same things into these kids that were into us. We growing from it. Let me rephrase it. Some of us are doing the work to break these generational curses. So don't try to instill them on the next generation again because they were instilled on us. Because I kid you not, it stopped with me. That shit stopped with me. Y'all talk about being toxic family. You only get one mother. You only get one father. You only get one. No, you only get one time to really show me that you're really just not there for me. You're not about to keep repeatedly having these huge mistakes of betraying me, and because you're family, I have to let it happen. No. So here's what really is going to happen. You can either choose to respect me or keep your distance from me. You choose which one you want to do. I'm not forcing anything. But if I see you being disrespectful to me or my family, you cannot be around me and you got to go. Respectfully, just keep your distance and stay away from me. I don't have any ill will towards anybody. I don't have any beef with anybody. I don't have any drama with anybody. I tell them all the time, if I got haters, it's something I don't know about cuz I'm a cool dude. I don't like to beef with nobody. I don't got time to trip with nobody. I spend that time trying to invest into my family, trying to be a good father, a good husband, a good man, a good employee at work, trying to make sure the things I do on the side are successful, make sure I remain professional. You know, so for everybody that's kind of like, ah, just these kids they're the next us, they're the next generation, right? At some point, they're going to be teaching the generations below them and below them and below them. But how are they going to be doing that with uninfluential advice? So you want to give them things to look at that don't matter. You rather these kids go out there and worry about the materialistic things they have than the morals and respects that they should install, the integrity that should be instilled in them. And That's wild to me because I don't care if my kids, if we can afford Gucci, Louis, Prada, whatever the goddamn name brands is. My biggest thing is about respect. I'm going to teach them respect and how it is. You shake the CEO with the same hand you shake the janitor. I mean, the janitor with. You don't look at him bad because he's a janitor. They're both men at the end of the day. You respect them both. Until a person gives you a reason to not deal with them or respect them, you respect everyone. It's simple and easy. And y'all have a problem with letting these kids know that it's okay to be corrected. Again, undisciplined kids will turn into undisciplined teens and undisciplined adults, right? And to my black people especially, man, the last thing you want is our boys going out there being undisciplined teens. The last thing you want out there is our girls going out there being undisciplined teens. Because then you just fall into the stereotypes. You letting it happen all over again. You're not breaking generational curses. You're encouraging them. You're enabling them. And it's just at some point we got to realize that that shit is just not cool. It's not. It really isn't. Um, I love everybody, right? I love everybody. But one thing is, I will not tolerate somebody that allows so much disrespect. I don't think these teachers get paid enough for one, let alone they're not the parent. They can't discipline these kids the way y'all can discipline them. They can't talk to these kids the way y'all can talk to them. They literally have to play yes man to these kids in the most calm way without showing that they're the victim. These teachers go through hell. And it sucks to see that a lot of parents would rather argue and fight with these teachers instead of help them get through the school year a little easier. Because I guarantee you, if you just work with these teachers mano y mano with your kid, I guarantee you, even your kid will start progressing faster than you expected to. I'm just being honest with y'all. Don't know how much more to say to that because I the day that I got to worry about my kids or disrespecting somebody at school, listen, I haven't had to with my kids really in a while, but my kids know how daddy is. They really do. They know everything about me. They know how I am. They know I don't play. So I don't have to worry about that. But if I do, I don't have a problem stepping in and making that happen. I have no issues whatsoever. None at all. And if you think I do, hey, that's up to you. But I don't. I really don't. I really don't. The one other thing I do want to talk about though is karma. I know y'all like, why you want to talk about karma? Why you want to talk about karma? Because we all have to realize that even on your best days, karma can sneak up on you, whether you know it or not. A lot of y'all are out here scamming people or manipulating people, um, robbing people, whatever you may do, acting shady towards people, have a funky attitude towards people. I don't know, whatever the case may be. You may be just manipulative. It could be anything, but karma does not hesitate to come around. And one thing I've learned about karma is that motherfucker got more patience than doctors. I'm just being real. Karma's got the best patience in the world because it will come and strike back at any given fucking moment. I'm gonna be completely honest. It will come and strike back at any given moment, and don't nobody realize that. Um, if y'all seen lately, like on social media lately, with that whole thing with that lady and 2,500, and they say she's white, so we should mind our business because we ain't in white people business. But here's my thing: we that was a mother that was trying to get school clothes and school supplies and stuff for her kids, and 2,500 was a lot to get scammed out of. And regardless of the ethnicity or ethnicity, um, there shouldn't have been those kind of things going on. She's still a mother at the end of the day. Them kids are innocent. And now, I mean, she said luckily she had it to still get their stuff, but that's a lot of money to take from somebody that's trying to survive in this world with kids. And all I'm gonna say is, I just feel like if you can scam anybody, you can scam me. If you can do that to anybody, you can do it once, you can do it to me. So that's why if I ever hear one bad thing about one thing about you doing bad business or scamming somebody, I will automatically plant you in my membrane, in my mind, under the do not fuck with list because you're gonna get me out of my money. And I don't play that shit. Like I work hard for my shit, and I'm not about to let a motherfucker that's scamming all their life get rid of, take away my hard-earned cash. Yeah, I'm looking for a plug and an easy way out, but I'm not trying to get robbed. You know. And then even with that, 2,500, you could have went there. You could have went. Man, you don't know what all she needed, what all she grabbed, what all she had got with that. So it is what it is. But either way it go, I don't believe anybody should have been scammed out of it. It's not the first time I've heard about that person doing it, so it's like it doesn't surprise me or shock me. But for everybody else that's shocked, it's like I don't know why y'all are. It is what it is. Things happen. Hopefully that lady get her money back, and things go from there. But it's plenty of people out there on social media. People are just getting scammed left or right. And I don't understand why y'all keep sending y'all money to these people that you haven't met up with, you haven't seen in person. Y'all don't have no kind of contract that y'all are abiding by. And y'all just giving up that much money. Like, hey, teach his own. I could never, would never, would never do it. But karma will get those people back for you. So don't wish bad on them. Don't try to find them. Don't try to do anything to them. Just wait because I guarantee you when karma comes back around, it's going to guarantee you have front row seats to the show. Guarantee it. I guarantee it. That's just how it is. Um, Again, it's just been one of those things. I advise a lot of y'all to really kind of look into finding a way to get some time to relax, time to kind of enjoy yourselves. Again, with these kids, man, like these teachers can only do so much, but we can help reinforce the discipline so that way their job is a lot easier. Because I communicate with the teachers all the time because I want to make sure my kids are doing what they should be doing. I love the fact that Terrence is a leader in class. He tries to help all of his classmates out and be there for them. That's great. That's amazing. Kalila is friendly in class. She tries to make friends and be nice to everybody. The fact that I can keep up with these updates on just by an app by talking to the teacher and writing them and texting them, it's amazing. It's great, and I'm glad they have it. I'm glad they have it. All of y'all have a cell phone. Y'all can download Facebook and Instagram and all that extra shit, Twitter and all of that extra stuff, whatever. You can download Class Dojo. Communicate with your teachers, with your kids' teachers. You know what I mean? Be more active, be more involved, so that way you got a better understanding of what's going on in the classroom. Because I'm telling you right now, I can only handle my kid. That's it. But I'm gonna do my best to handle my kids in class because as long as I show them to be respectful, I got nothing to worry about. Because them teachers, they got a lot going on already as it is, and they're not the parents. They can't do the shit we can do. They can't whip them kids or talk crazy to them. That's our job. They can't let them know that what they're doing is wrong to hold them accountable in the way that needs to be done for discipline in the home. That is our job. If we are at home letting these children run wild and do whatever the fuck they want to do, they're gonna go to school thinking they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. So when a teacher approaches them about trying to their behavior and how they need to be held accountable, it becomes an issue and a bigger issue, and that kids keeps what do you call it? The kid will keep on acting out, and then y'all want to blame the teachers for the kid acting out. No, it is our job to make sure these kids have the right tools necessary to go to school and learn. That's what they need to do. These teachers can only do their job if we meet them halfway. So for y'all parents that are not doing y'all job, meet them halfway. This is me telling y'all get the fuck up, put on y'all big boy pants, put on y'all goddamn adult crown, and do your goddamn job. Help these kids to help these teachers. These teachers will help your kids, and in turn, it's a circle of fucking life. We help each other. But I am tired of that shit. There's no way these kids should be that disrespectful to these goddamn staff members. And I'm not saying every staff member is a saint at all, but I know how these kids are. We see this shit all day long. We see the videos, we see the posts, the pictures, we see the way that they talk to people. When you picking up your kids from school, you see the shit. I'm over it. Do y'all goddamn job. If you want to be parents, too fucking bad. You're already there. Sign up has already been closed. You can't take your name off the list now. Like, get this shit done. And then y'all say that some of these, and I get some of these boys may not have a father figure to make it easier for you, but I don't take that as an excuse because my mother raised 3 boys and we didn't dare play with Lisa. We didn't dare play with her at all. So I know a woman can do it too. Y'all saw what they say, equal rights, equal fights. But I've seen a woman do it. I've seen a woman raise me and my brothers and do it. So I know it's possible. I know it can happen. So again, we are not here to be these kids' friends. We here to be their parents, to lead them. I could be friends with these little motherfuckers when they turn 21, when they're able to go take a drink with me legally, and they got everything going on, and they good in life. They don't have to have their own place because if they got plans to save up and do it a different way, go by all means. I'm not finna throw them out to the wolves when I know how tough it is out there on your own. I might throw you out there when you think you're ready, and it may set you back your entire life. I don't want to do that. But I don't want to be your friend right now. I want to be your parent. I'm going to tell you what is right and what is wrong. I'm going to discipline you. I'm going to create structure. I'm going to instill integrity into you. I'm going to show you what it means to be respectful. Because that is my job, to make sure you are a decent human being on this planet while you are here. Anything you do after that, after my teachings, that is up to you. But as long as I instill those main core values into you, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about it at all. So to all you parents that are just being too lazy to do it, but y'all can talk about the latest fucking drama on social media or on fucking whatever show y'all watching right now or whatever beef y'all got going on the strip. It don't matter what the fuck it is. You can show and talk about all of that, but you can't sit up here and tell me what your kid's teacher name is, huh? Or you can't tell me if they even took specials this week. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's crazy. But get up and do y'all fucking job. How about it? You know, we can help each other out. It'll make it a lot easier. These kids are out of line, and these teachers need help, and that's what we're here for. We're the frontline defense of teachers for these kids getting violent and aggressive with them. We are the ones that can help and change that. So we need to do better. We need to do better with that. Sorry if it sounds like I'm being a little aggressive with that or a little, irritable, but I am really over it. I just feel like we can do better with that, and that really grinds my gears. You know what I mean? It really fires. It really puts the fire under the seat. What do they say? Isn't that how it is? Fire under the seat, something like that. But I just had to let it be known, man, because I'm like, I see it every day, and we got to do better. And these kids talking to y'all crazy, got to do better. Cause ain't no way I'm gonna let a kid talk to me crazy. You know what I mean? Um, but all in all, though, I'm just saying, after everything I said today, man, I really feel like, again, shout out to everybody out there doing all of the hard work to grow and become better people, working on their mentals, getting that back into action, whether it's going to exercise, to meditate, to see a therapist, to just get out in the open and walk around, whatever it may be, even if it's doing puzzles. I just give y'all great, great, great credit for the amount of work y'all are doing that we all are doing to stay out of that bad headspace and bad moments that we don't want to be in. So kudos to you all. Kudos to me. I'm proud of myself for fighting so hard and keeping everything going the way it's been going. Um, Life is tough. Life be lifing. But one thing about it is I'm going to show life I ain't no quitter. You know what I mean? I ain't no quitter. So we'll see what happens then. Besides, I can't take life serious because why would we take life serious all the time? Nobody gets out alive anyway. You know what I mean? Nobody gets out alive anyway. Anyway, I do appreciate y'all for coming out and listening to me again on this wonderful Wednesday. Again, please try to find you something to take care of your mental, whether that's a little staycation or a day away just to yourself, or even a few hours without the kids, somewhere where you have a village. Along with that, shout out to my kids' mom and her family. They do one hell of a job of making sure the kids are good. So I never have to worry about the kids when I'm away from them because they do one hell of a job making sure the kids are great. So it takes a village, and I appreciate the village we have. But woosah, everybody, woosah, and thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. But I will see y'all next week on the hottest radio station on the planet, Hot 702.5 FM. Thank you again for tuning in. It's wonderful Wednesday. Peace, love, and hair grease. I'll catch y'all next week.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot702.5fm.com.